Are you a Christian entrepreneur, leader, consultant, coach, and you feel unease about selling? You maybe have a little bit fear about the rejection. If yes, then this video is for you. We are talking about 5 ways to overcome the fear of selling and common objection of sales. It's all about empowering you to become that Christian CEO that God has called you. Hi, Katie here, founder of Christian CEO University and also the podcast host of a Christian CEO podcast. Today, we're going to dive in directly about 5 steps or 5 different perspectives to help you to overcome the fear of selling and common objections. You know, we all know that sales is a must for business to survive. But somehow in the process, we feel unease about it. I heard so many times among my clients that they are a little bit afraid of presenting that offer and to close that sales. So let's dive in how we can conquer this, all right? Number 1, I want you to remember this. A sales transaction is the most beautiful thing can happen in the business. Let me explain to you. You see, today I wear one of my favorite blouse and sweater. Now, when I went to the store, I saw this sweater and the tops, the blouse. I went to the fitting room to try it on, and it made me feel wonderful. I feel comfortable and I feel confident when I put it on. But in order for me able to buy these 2 pieces of clothing, the designer and the makers, they need to be able to put this in the store to sell, right? So when I bought these 2 pieces of clothing, put it on myself when I feel good about myself, my little dream come true. And for the makers or for the fashion designer, also it's a dream come true for them because now they see their best work is out there serving people. So sales transaction is a collection of 2 dreamers meet up together. Okay? I want you to think about this. In other words, if you don't put your best offer out there to serve people, to allow that your tribe have opportunity to purchase it so their life will become better, then you are selfish. Number 2, salesmanship is leadership. I know you, as part of my tribe, we all have a big heart, and I don't think you will have a problem to strive to become that next level of leader that God has called you to be, right? Now, if you are like me as a parent, my kids now is 16 and 19 years old. So that means nearly last 2 decades of my life, I have been trying to selling them a lot of stuff, such as broccoli is very good for your health, or keep up your room clean. It's essential for your sanity in life. You got what I mean now? Bible says that we should lead our kids to the right path so when they grow up, they will not go astray, right? So as sales, when you are trying to sell your offer, your product, your program to your audience, your clients and prospects, it means that you are leading them towards to the right path. Now, I'm gonna put a disclaimer first. I say this about leading, meaning that I assume that you have excellent offers and product. You sincere know that your service will enrich people's life. Okay? So if that is true, then you should be shamelessly promote and sell your service. Guess what? People love buy things. If they don't buy yours, they will spend money elsewhere anyway. If you are truly addicted to your tribe's success, then you shouldn't have a problem to promote your offer because you want to lead them to the right path and enrich their life. Just same as a parent, we want to lead our kids to the right path to have a much better result. Number 3, lead the sales conversation. What do I mean by that? Before the sales conversation, you should prepare a sales script. Now, sales script doesn't have to be word to word, but it should include some key points that you want to go through. Let's face it, if we don't plan ahead, sometimes it's very easy for us to go detour during the conversation, and we feel frustrated after the end of a conversation, we did not get anything achieved. So you should prepare that script, and including those key points, you want to use it to filter out certain criteria to help both sides to see whether we are a good fit to work together. During the conversation, we want to exercise the power of active listening. That is a coaching 101, right? After we listen to what they are saying, and especially something behind what they did not say verbally, if you have a script, it will be easier for you to guide them back to those key points and will serve both sides much better. Remember, your tribe, your prospect is waiting for you to take the lead. That's why they come to you at the first place. Therefore, lead. Number 4, take action consistently and understand that rejection is a part of the process. Don't take it personally. I know some of you out there, you are thinking, yeah, right, Kelly. That's you, but it hurts when you gotta know. I totally get it. If some of you probably know, when I was much younger and I had to pay my own university tuition, I had to go to sell all different kinds of stuff in order to pay that payment, such as cassette. Do you know what a cassette is? That kind of reveal my age. And also CDs, physical newspaper subscription, and vacuum cleaner. We're talking about door-to-door selling, okay? So believe me, I understand. Rejection hurts. However, as we know that we have to get better in this game of the sales, when people say no, it doesn't mean reject you, but the no can mean a lot of different things. For some people, it just means that not now, right? So maybe later. But for other situations, it can be the state of their minds are not ready to take up their own responsibility to purchase the offer because they know now they get to do the work. So don't feel bad when people say no. And I know some of you say, Kelly, but I just don't want to sound pushy. I totally get it. But remember moments ago, we talked about salesmanship is leadership. If your kids did not want to eat broccoli, will you just stop all at once and you won't try to convince them to take vegetable? I don't think so, right? And why you are convinced to do so? Because you know it's good for them. So when you say you don't want to sound pushy, may I challenge you, look inwardly for a moment. Does it mean that you concern more about what people talk about you than their success? I know it's deep and it's probably a little bit harsh, but that's where the process of maturity starts. Number 5, know your why and align with it. We all know that in this entrepreneurial journey, we are required to step out of our comfort zones more often than we like to be, correct? Therefore, when those time comes, you need to have a much stronger why on top of to make money. Yes, we need to generate sales revenue. We need to make sales so the business can be sustainable. However, if that's the only thing that you are seeking after, it will not sustain you when the tough time hits. There are 2 angles you can look at this. The first angle is think about that if you don't offer your service, is that fair to the tribe that God has prepared for you to serve? No. The other angle is think about if you have created a successful business, except you, who else can be benefit? Is that family members? Is that your children? if possible, generational impact, right? So that's why you need to have a stronger why and align with it. There you have it. That's wrap it up. We talk about number one, the sales transaction is one of the most beautiful thing can happen in the business because it means two dreamers dream collide. Number two, salesmanship is leadership. Number three, that you need to be the leader of the sales conversation so can benefit for both sides. Number four, that you need to take consistent actions and don't take rejection personally because it is not. Number five, you need to know your why and make sure you align with it. Do you like this video? I know it's probably not very conventional way to talk about the sales and rejection because what God showed me is this. This is deep tie into the identity. If you truly know who you are and what you're called to do in the marketplace, follow that 5 perspective and dive deep with God. You will overcome the fear of sales and common rejection because you know you are called to serve through your sales and offer your product and service. Do you like this video? Please comment and share and let me know, comment below, what is the number one fear you are facing now when it comes to sales. Let's start the discussion and so we can help each other. Do you want to build an impactful and profitable online business which aligns with your calling, but you don't know where to get started or you'd like to regain that clarity and momentum based on biblical principles? Let me be your guide so you can stop circling the mountains, finally build a successful business and own the sphere of influence that you are called to. Visit kellybutler.com/shine.